Jonah, you must go to the city of Nineveh and tell everyone there that I'm disappointed in their wickedness.
But Jonah chose to ignore God and walked in the opposite direction to Joppa. When he got there, he bought a ticket on a ship that was headed to Tarshish. He hoped to escape the Lord. This angered the Lord, and he threw a violent storm at the ship Jonah was on. The crew was scared and prayed to their gods. All this time Jonah was asleep and was woken up by the captain. When he went to the top of the deck, the men were trying to figure out who offended the gods to cause such a terrible storm. They asked Jonah who he was and where he was from. He said,
I am a Hebrew and I worship God, the creator of heaven.
"Why would you do this? How do we stop the storm?"
Come on. Throw me overboard and the storm will calm.
But the crew rowed harder, and the rowing didn't help, so they threw him overboard. Immediately the storm stopped, and the crew was amazed by God's power. God had a whale swallow Jonah so that Jonah would realize his sins and ask for forgiveness. Then Jonah called out to the Lord from within the whale.
I pray to the Lord from my distress, and he answers me. I ask for help. You listened and threw me into the bottom of the ocean with your waves crashing over me. I said, I have been banished from your sight, yet I will look again towards your holy temple. The deep waters surrounded me, threatened my life, and as I sank down to the bottom, Lord, you saved me. When I was weak, I saw you and my prayer went to you. Those who worship false gods turn away from God's love, but I will sacrifice and praise you. When I have promised to make right, I will say, salvation comes from the Lord.
Then the Lord commanded the whale to spit Jonah up onto land.
Even though this was set in the late 4th century to early 5th century BC, we can still learn a lot from it today. We can learn from Jonah never to run from God. He's everywhere and he gives commands for a reason.